Welcome back to Travis Teaches Guitar. I'm your relationship counselor for this instrument. Today I want to talk to you about a problem that plagues a lot of people, maybe even most people, or maybe even all of people. It just depends on different levels and varying degrees of this problem. This does not creep just into guitar, but it is in life in general. And that is being hard-headed. Yes, this thing up here is the only barrier that you have to anything to do with this instrument here. It can drive you to quit. It can drive you to just hit a wall when you are learning. It will cause you to refuse instruction. All of these things. It's not good. I have had a lot of guitar students, young, old, in between. Usually this crowd of hardheads is the adults, because as adults I think that we have grown, matured, if you will, and it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. It doesn't even have to be that old of a dog. It's just that things you are set in your ways when you get to be an adult and you think that you know best, even maybe especially if the guitar teacher is younger than the student. The adult tends to think that, well, maybe they know more about the guitar than I do, but I just know more in general, so I will just do things my way. Those instructions are for somebody else. They're not. And this goes for the 5-year-old up to the 95-year-old when you're beginning guitar or anything else. But let's just stick with the guitar for now. Your guitar instructor has gone through the aches and the pains of this instrument and learning on a lot of different areas in here. It's not just about playing chords and playing songs to your dog. There's a vast amount of knowledge and learning and suffering that goes into playing a guitar, some more than others. So you, as a beginning guitar player, have not gone through these things, this experience, because this experience is valuable when learning the guitar. When a teacher tells you to do something, it's generally, I say generally, because they have already gone through it and they've probably done it wrong. And then they've discovered the right way and then have had these aha moments that are like a light bulb coming on inside your head. And you say, oh, if I would have only done that 3 years or 5 years earlier, I wouldn't be here right now. They are trying to save you time and frustration that you will run into. With this instrument, you will run into walls or valleys, highs, lows, everything in between. You're going to run into that, and for various different reasons. A good teacher can warn you that that's going to happen and lessen or eliminate those things. Therefore, it propels you to another level, and maybe a level above where the teacher is even themselves, because they did not have that warning themselves, but are nice enough to give that warning to you. That's kind of why I call myself the relationship counselor for this instrument, because I've had a long relationship with it. I've been there with it a long time. I've been in highs and lows, and someone who has just now starting guitar has no idea of the things that may or may not come with spending time with this instrument. Frustrations, things that have to do with performance, or just places where you're going with this, not going with it. It just depends on the individual. But your hard-headedness and inability to comprehend this and to control your mind in this area is pivotal on how far you go with this instrument. If you cannot discipline yourself to understand certain mechanics of the guitar and you feel like you can just do it on your own or you have a better way or a different way of doing things, it's like exiling yourself from the rest of the guitar players or teachers. Yeah, you might be able to play guitar, but when you hit that roadblock, now you're going to have to assess by yourself why you hit that roadblock. And you may not figure that out for years and years. Wouldn't those years be better suited to just learning the right way? Why learn something the wrong way when you can learn it the right way? When I've noticed something, and it goes with all things, but especially in guitar, if you are in the middle and you don't know anything, and you have the wrong way and the right way on either side of that, if you learn the wrong way, it puts you over here on the wrong side. It now takes you unlearning that and then learning the right way. So that's 2 steps. You just took a step backwards. You now take 2 steps to where you should be. If you continue to do this wrong, that's that many more steps you have until you start getting back on the right side, and then you have time to make up to get where you should have been to begin with. So not following that path from the get-go doesn't make much sense to me. You're cheating yourself, because the goal of every guitar player should be moving forward, not staying in the same place, and certainly not going backwards. This is the value of a guitar teacher over learning by yourself and refusing instruction. So listen to your teachers, whomever they may be. Listen to people who play, and this goes for anything in life. When you want to learn something, listen to the people who have been there, right? Everything that they say is not gold. Of course, there are always exceptions to the rule, but when you don't have the experience to know the difference, research if you're in question about something and see if people are saying something different than maybe this guy is. If everyone is in agreement except for you, then you are probably the wrong one. So that is just my 2 cents worth, and I encourage you to not be hard-headed and just learn to the best of your ability, learn the right way, and learn the easy way and not take the hard road. Till next time, keep practicing.